haunted by the blood that I still have on my clothes. I see his face. I feel him. I feel his pain, the fact that he died by himself, and the fact that he was on the ground by himself, the fact that he was pronounced at 1:30 in the morning, and because there's only one corner and up, he was laying on the ground for 8 hours till they came and got his body. I'm usually like the toughest person in the room. I'm like the oldest. I felt to be my brother's keeper. His death, I'm telling you, you'll never be the same after you lose somebody. You can never come back from it. You can never, ever bring him back. And I just miss him so much. I can't say nothing else with it.
First, I want to say it's an honor to be here and definitely to be a part of a celebration for the champ's birthday. Also, it's good to see so many pop members here and people from the community.
All right.
I want to say what I'm going to do is going to be brief, but because Popcorn Kids have been doing this Black History Month program for about a year now, and they asked me a few months to come and do a little tap dance number. I said I would come and be a part of it for the end of their celebration. And so, of course, in the spirit of Nelson Mandela, and I'm so glad to see Nat here, who's playing that drum over there. We all know that the drum beat has always been a way of communication. I'm going to go off in a little history for 2 minutes, maybe one, so our young people here can understand exactly where dance comes from. You know, dance is probably one of the most creative arts we have in our community, but a lot of our young people aren't into positive dance. They're not into African dance. They're not into tap dance. They're not into ballet. They're not into no form of dance except for all of this here and all of this here and all of that here, which in return doesn't really send a positive message, nor does it give a great image of our young people. And so I want our young people to know that there's a form of dance that you can do and you can become famous doing. There's all forms of dance. Dance is a great therapeutic variable, means it's a great way to release stress. And how many of our people are stressed? Come on. So if we had more people who would be out there trying to do an art form of dance, African dance is an art form of dance. And in Africa, you notice when Nelson Mandela passed away, you seen all of the people doing that African dance, and it looked very cultural, it looked very educational, but more than that, it looked like a group of proud people. And we know when people in our community or neighborhood die, everybody's out there doing the crazy dance. So I wanted today to just bring to our young people, with the assistance of Brother Nat, now that he's here, a little bit of tap dance in a form where young people maybe don't know about. It's a style that's called hoofing. The only thing is that if you notice, this place is carpeted. So I have a little square that I'm going to work on. And we're going to just do a little hook. And then from there, I'm going to get Nat to just give me a beat right there. Now give me a beat. While we're doing that, I wanted to show you about our history. All during our history, we've had great dances. We've had Honey Coles, we had Bilbo Jangleson Robinson, we had the Nicholas Brothers. And right here in Newark, well, we're in Irvington now, but right in Newark, they have one of the most famous dancers, tap dancers, that came along, who is Savion Glover. And so if we can get more people, we have a project which is called Tap Into Peace. If we get more people to know how to do a little lyrics and do
You got to show us a little Gregory Hines.
no, Mr. Mayor, if we can get our young people, and this is why I'm glad when Sandra did her introduction, she spoke about how Enough is Enough Coalition has came into play with the Popcorn Kids. And she's absolutely right. We took them to the Bear Stadium for our Stop the Violence Day. They marched, they came out, we put them in a luxury suite. They ate. After we ate, we took them down on the field. They had a chance to meet the players, get autographs signed. And that was one of the greatest things that I've seen with our young people. And I say this, if we get more adults to become actively involved, don't cost a lot of money, it costs us time. Get our young people, art, we're in the library, reading. We should have reading groups for our young people all over the city. A safe haven is the library. With all the violence, and I'm going to end on this here. On a note that's probably during the holiday seasons and during Kwanzaa and the New Year coming up, we have to have safe havens in our community for our young people. And this is one of the reasons why I support Popcorn Kids. I overwhelmingly support Pop, but the Popcorn Kids creates a safe haven for our young people. It teaches them. And so if we can get more groups and organizations, more people, more churches, more communities, more mayors to become active like Mayor Smith, who's very active, a part of a lot of community projects and a part of a lot of young people's lives, then we will see the difference in our community. And we wouldn't have to be waking up in the morning hearing about teenagers being shot and killed. Come on, somebody.
All right.
We wouldn't have to wake up in the morning and hear about people being shot and killed at a strip club.
That's enough.
We have to be active in these young people's lives. We have to be active in these young people's lives. Why?
You have to teach them that. You have to teach them how to do that.
Save lives. So how many people can save a life? Raise your hand. Save a life. Save lives. Win the day. Save lives. What you gotta do is do what I'm doing. You gotta tap into these young people.
Go ahead. Once you get the floor.